what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master TV. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master TV. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master TV. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master TV. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Yeah, buddy, that's right. Get exposure right now. Holler at the homie Paul Mash, man, for Paul Mash TV. Hit up Paul Mash TV across all social media sites, alright? Who we got next? Got next.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time once again. We're glad that you could join us today. Got a great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, as you know, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button if you like the show and hit the bell. And every time we get a new interview for you, you'll get a notification and check it out. You also check out the first comment at the bottom there, because we're going to have links to t-shirts and caps on Paul Mash TV, and we hope that you'll order some of those. And feel free to use the comment section to tell us about what you think of the show and so forth. And you can also comment on Facebook, facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. Just send us an inbox, comment on everything you see, and like the page. Love to hear from you there. And you can also send us an email, and this works for both fans and bands and solo artists. Just go to paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com, and send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. And we have an official web address as well, and we'll repeat all that at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Right now we got Brooke Ashley from Houston, Texas. Again, another talented hip-hop artist, and I know you're really going to like this lady. And we'll get to that in just a moment, but first, a quick word from Clip Jam. Don't go away.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Okay, time, and with us from Houston, Texas, we have Brooke Ashley. Thanks for joining us, Brooke.
Bay gang. Thanks for having me.
It's no problem. We're glad to have you here today. Why don't we start with the obvious question? Everybody has their own story. Tell us a little bit about how you decided you wanted to become a musician.
Well, when I was a little girl, like in a back seat of my parents' car listening to music, I always knew when I learned how to write, I was gonna write music, like, cause that's what I wanted to do, like, and I stuck to that. Like, the first time I performed was in 5th grade, so I started writing a long time ago, but I started professionally maybe 3 years ago. So I wrote my whole life, I guess.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're doing what you do and making people happy with your music. That's what it's all about anyway, so. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your influences? I mean, I'm sure there are some influences in the mainstream world that really got you going, like maybe even the hip-hop world. Maybe you could mention some of those.
When I got older, like middle school age, I was turned on to Crime Mob. I guess that's when Nuck If You Butt came out. And I'm like, who are these girls? Like, I gotta rap with them. Like, what? And I made a group. I have 2 friends, you know what I'm saying? We called ourselves the Crunk Girls. It was 3 of us. So definitely Diamond and Princess turned me on. Like, I was still to this day, I'm a single artist, but I would like to try a group, but.
Well, what about anybody else? And did anybody maybe MC Hammer or any of those other bands influence you?
Yes, now that, let's say, I like Houston rappers, Pimp C, Zero, J-Dog, but it's because, they helped me, through stuff I've been through. I had lost my mom, she randomly overdosed one day. So that was, the hardest thing ever. And I don't know what I would have done without that hard-ass music. I could jam to, just to get my anger and frustration and everything out. Like, oh my gosh. So they are definitely a big part of my sound and what I like to listen to.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your mother, though. But I'm glad, like I said before, I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, and hey, you know, and you're making the best out of everything. Well, tell us how we can get your music. I mean, I don't think there's any physical copies of everything you've done, but do you have? Is it all streaming? That you can tell us where you can find it at?
Yes, I have an album. It's called Gangstified Princess. It's on everything. So whatever you listen to music on, you just type in Brooke Ashley or Brooke Ashley Gangstified Princess, and you can find me like that.
Okay. Everybody just go to those streaming platforms and look up Brooke Ashley. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. And speaking of your music, I guess we're getting ready to watch this music video from you in just a moment. Tell us the title of it, and if there's a story behind it, we'd love to hear it.
Young and Reckless is me trying to get on like today's new sound, like the whole mumble rap stuff. But it's not so much of that, but it's just me trying to get up to date type stuff. But it goes hard. It's a party song. Like, it's pretty cool. So some people say it's their favorite song off of the album. That's why it's the first video that I did. So let's check out Young and Reckless.
Okay, and we'll be doing that in just a moment or so. But I think that's all I have for right now, Brooke. And I want to thank you for coming on the show. And we'd love to have you back sometime. Maybe you can let me know if you'd like to be back, and we'll see what we can work out.
Okay, great. And Bay is the brand, Brooke Ashley Entertainment.
All right, let's check that out. Young and Reckless by Brooke Ashley right here on Palm Ash TV. Don't go away.
Major.
Putting hard on my exes. Coming down in my Lexus. Check him off of my checklist. Make the niggas respect it. Got them hoes so jealous. I'm a petty bitch, so careless. Leave your nigga out of breath. You know that I'm young and I'm reckless. 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 You know that I'm young and I'm reckless. 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 You know that I'm young and I'm reckless. Young and I'm reckless. In the mall just stunting, counting up them hundreds. If you got it, then run it. I got it, you want it. Count money on the island, spending money, I'm bout it. On the ship with the pirates, on my level, I doubt it. Hush money, be quiet. I pay your ass to be silent. The money, that's my diet. Make it rain, that's me crying. I do my thing and got y'all buying. If I'm lying, well, I ain't lying. Fuck your nigga, I got him whining. And fuck your squad, I got them spying. They know I'm on the water and they know I'm in the sky. I don't say hi and they low-key wonder why. I'm all up on your mind and you need to get a life. I'm all up on your grind, yeah, I should be a wife. Please don't waste my time, boy, you could take a hike. Keep your ass in line so you buy me what I like. Buy me what I want, got the diamonds, got the ice. This ain't what you want, cause I make you pay the price. Hard on my exes, coming down in my Lexus. Check him off of my checklist. Make the niggas respect it. Got them hoes so jealous. I'm a petty bitch, so careless. Leave your nigga out of breath. You know that I'm young and I'm reckless. 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 You know that I'm young and I'm reckless. 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 Young and I'm reckless, you know that I'm young and I'm reckless. Patron shots in the air, man, but ain't no Wi-Fi on this airplane. So I can't take no pictures, I can't post nothing on my Instagram. Private jets, designer sweat. Visit one country, then I'm on to the next. Too busy counting money, can't respond to my text. And at the end of the day, I know I did my best, goddamn. So much money on the outside, taking pictures with their mouth wide. Look at them niggas, they look surprised, goddamn. Can't believe it. All this money, all this cash, designer clothes, designer bags, designer goals, designer tags. Goddamn, I got successful with the shit. You can't step up in the building cause your name ain't on the list. Don't trip, we see you trying hard not to get pissed. Don't get offended, just be mad, your swag just don't fit.
Putting hard on my exes, coming down in my Lexus. Check him off of my checklist, make them niggas respect it. Got them hoes so jealous, I'm a petty bitch so careless. Leave your nigga out of breath and you know that I'm young and I'm reckless. Young and I'm reckless, young and I'm reckless, young and I'm reckless, young and I'm reckless, young and I'm reckless. You know that I'm young and I'm reckless, 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 young and I'm reckless. You know that I'm young and I'm reckless, I'm young and I'm